That's right, and this is Justin Pontarelli, and I just voted today. So, okay, you're probably asking yourself, why is he coming on just to show us his sticker and leave? That's silly. Wait, there's more. If you want to hear it, just for fun. So, because I'm bored, okay? That's why I'm bored, okay? So I figure let's do something with my day. You guys know already, I don't work, got epilepsy. Yeah, I could probably work a couple hours out of every day, but it's not going to be enough to sustain an actual 40-hour per week job. I'm not going to be consistent. I'm not going to be reliable or dependable, and therefore, eventually, people of that nature get canned. So here I am. Although I have thought about going on to places like I forgot, but you can do like um, odd writing jobs and whatnot, kind of like being a freelancer. But the money is not. It wouldn't be like big money. It would just be like bits of money here and there. But I guess I could do that maybe. Eventually, maybe I'll do that. So anyway, I want to say this gets flipped the wrong way on the camera, and I don't know how to fix that. But it says I voted today, but you guys already saw that, right? Because you can also tell by the sticker. Okay, so what did I want to say about that? Um, I guess the first thing I want to say is I'm gonna take these off so I can actually not strain my eyeballs. So I want to talk about the myth of the wasted vote. Okay, I voted my conscience. Just so there's no confusion, I voted my conscience. Second of all, I live in New York State. So just a quick FYI, if people want to know who I voted for, I'll only give you this clue. I voted my conscience, and my vote will not hurt Biden's chances. Nor will my vote help Trump's chances. Okay? Guys, I live in a state where it's almost guaranteed to go in favor of Biden, and if you know the Electoral College system, it's winner take all. So even if Biden only gets, I don't know, 75% of New York State's votes out of all the people that vote, then Biden gets all of our 29 Electoral College votes. Will my one little vote hurt him? No. Will it hurt Trump? No, because if you statistically look this up, which I have, you'll find out that one little vote has never decided the election. At least not recently in my lifetime in New York State. So I can feel proud of myself for voting my conscience. But isn't your vote wasted because your guy's not going to win? If I had that attitude, let's say, for example, I did want Trump. I can go and vote for Trump. He's still not going to win. My vote is still wasted. According to that logic, you should only vote for the person that you think is going to win your state. And that would be Biden. I don't want Biden, and I don't want Trump. Okay, there you go. Now, as far as what else I did vote down other party lines, okay? So, yeah, so there you go. I feel that the only so-called wasted vote is one that goes against what you believe in. So if the candidate that you're voting for does not truly match what you believe is right and good for the country, then I believe you're wasting your vote. Yeah, I guess this is in response to someone that told me I'm wasting my vote. And I'm like, well, no, I'm not. I need my voice to be heard. So I believe that, yes, every person who's eligible to vote should be voting. Make your voice heard. Even if it's just a small voice crying in the woods, listen to me. Listen to me, please. I have ideas. I have thoughts. Vote. Even if it's just that little small voice crying out to be heard. Um, and I can also understand the position of I don't want to vote because you might be thinking, well, I only have two choices and I don't like those two choices. Why should I vote? I can understand that. You don't want to support either one of the two. That's fine. Or maybe you feel that, for example, okay, I'll just put out a quick story. It's a true story. Someone I know voted for Trump in the last election. He no longer likes Trump and feels that he made a mistake when he last voted. So he says, well, I don't want to vote again because I might make another mistake. Well, okay, so I can respect that. At least he logically reasoned out why he didn't want to vote. But here's something. So for those of you who think, well, we only have two choices, I assure you that's not true. I live in a primarily Democrat state, okay, New York, okay? And even in my region, upstate New York, it's still primarily Democrat, all right? Going to the early voting place, there are quite a few Biden uh, yard signs, and I only know of one Trump fan with a lot of Trump signs in their yard. So that's a thing, right? Um, so anyway, back to the story though. But those of you who think there's only two choices, so I got my thing, right? And you might be thinking, well, how'd you vote? Because you recently moved. You've told us that. Well, I told them very truthfully, I moved recently, and they gave me an affidavit to fill out. You fill out your name, your new address, and they date it for you. And lo and behold, no problem. Here's your voting sheet. You fill it out, fold it up, put it in the envelope, which also on the outside contains your new information, and you're all set. Okay. But on that voting sheet, if you look under the column for president, right? Because in my state, that's how you have it. You have columns, people you want to vote for, and going across, you have the party lines. When I looked down in the president column, and lo and behold, there are at least, I think there's at least two other people registered with ballot status in New York that you could actually bubble in their bubbles for president. Okay? There's also a little column at the bottom for write-ins. Now, the tricky thing with write-ins, if you're interested, is you have to make sure first that the person is registered in New York as a valid candidate to be written in. Otherwise, yes, your vote will be basically tossed out. Okay? So, for me, it came down to two choices for president, and I'm not going to say who I voted for because that's a personal choice. And I'm not here to go Orange Man bad. I'm not here to go Joe. But I'm not. I don't also want to shove my vote down people's throats. I believe it's a personal choice, and I support anyone who wants to vote, regardless of how they want to vote, or even if they don't want to vote. I'm just trying to share a little bit of information to say no. I don't believe in a wasted vote. A wasted vote is one where you go and say, well, I don't like this guy. I don't believe in what he stands for. So I'll vote against Trump because I think Orange Man bad. I don't give in to that fear. Because in my opinion, it's just 4 years. I've made it through other presidents before that I didn't agree with. I don't hate anyone. Okay? I never hated a single candidate. Well, that's maybe not true. Okay. Once when I was like a little wee kid in like middle school, when Clinton was getting, some favors under the table, I thought he should have went and been kicked out because it's like, that's the office of president and you're making us look bad, man. But, hey, no big deal, okay? The man did his job and supposedly he did a decent job, so, hey. Guys, president is only around for 4 years. After that, he gets one more chance for 4 more. And if you can't wait 8 years to get someone else, then ouch. I don't know, just ouch, hey. What are they going to change, right? What are they really going to change? The person I voted for bluntly said that they know that the power of the president is not about changing the rules. That's the job of the legislative branch of the government, not the executive branch. It's the legislative branch that makes the rules. The president just has the power to say no or yes. Okay. And they can also, I guess, make war for so many days without authorization. But after that, they need authorization from the Congress or the legislative branch or whatever it is. Okay, so look that stuff up. That's important too. But anyway, I guess in summarization, unless you really don't want to support the whole establishment, get out and vote. And even if you don't want to support the establishment, there's other people out there to vote for that might stand for tearing down the current establishment and establishing something different and new. I mean, heck, did you realize we actually do have an honest-to-goodness socialist party that wants to run for president? You know? Don't worry, I didn't vote for that person. I did not. But they've been around for a long time, and I do believe they're fielding the same exact person as last time. I looked them up. There's a lot of weird people out there with a lot of weird ideas, you know? But I assure you, there's probably someone out there for you who comes very close to agreeing with what you think is right. I suggest you take a little bit of time to do a little bit of research and maybe find someone that closely represents what you think and want. But if you think Orange Man's bad and he needs to be kicked out by all means, vote for Biden. On the other hand, if you definitely believe in what Trump has been doing for the country, okay, on the assumption he's done good things, which I believe he probably has done some things that are good, then by all means vote for Trump. Yeah, so you guys probably already caught on. I did not vote for either one of the two major parties. I don't believe they have the best interests in their minds for us. I don't think they do. Okay. I'm not saying that they're going to do horrible things, but I'm not saying that they're the best. I'm saying that they're not the best candidates, in my opinion. And that's what voting's all about. Voicing your opinion. And regardless of what your opinion is, it's just as valid as mine. And I respect you for having one. So, voice it. You should voice it. Please, voice it. Even if your guy is not going to get picked. Don't fall into the myth of the wasted vote. Let's say, heaven forbid, I had went out there and voted for Trump. He's not going to win New York State. Our 29 votes are not going to go for Trump. Can almost guarantee it. But if you believe in Trump, vote for him. If you believe in Biden, vote for him. Well, I live in Texas. That's probably going to go red. But you want Trump? You want Biden? Then vote for Biden. If you don't vote for Biden, then he doesn't have your help. Your person, no matter how many people you think will vote for them or not, need your help. The best way you can help their chances of winning is to vote for them. I helped my candidate. I have a little quick analogy before I wrap up regarding the wasted vote concept. Let's say I take a perfectly dry coffee cup, no liquid in it at all, period. And suddenly you take a little squeezer full, a little milliliter full of water, or, like a little squeezer full, maybe like a little syringe full, and you drop it into the cup. Now you can tell there's a difference, can't you? Before it was dry, but now at the bottom of the cup there's liquid. Let's say you have like a gallon container filled with water, and you take that same squeezer full and go thump. Did it make a difference? Not really. You could argue it made the same difference with the other cup, right? It's the same amount of water added, but it's more noticeable. I can show you it's more noticeable in the small dry coffee cup. compared to the big old container of gallon of water. That little dry coffee cup will appreciate your help more. If I just cast a vote for Trump or Biden, they're not going to notice one little vote. And it's true that one little vote, according to stats, never won an election. But nonetheless, if you don't do it, if you don't vote, you're basically telling other people, you can decide for me what's best for the country. A little vote. And even though it's just a small voice going, listen to me, please. I have ideas. I have my own thoughts. It's still best to try. Okay. So that's it. Did my civic duty and got it out of the way. Okay. If you recently moved, no big deal. Go vote early. They will probably give you an affidavit to fill out, and then you still get to vote in the current election. It's not a big deal. Otherwise, I'm not sure what you will do or what you can do. But definitely vote. Go and vote early. And even if there's a question in your mind, can I even vote? They'll fix it for you so that you can. There were people there, you'd hear them going, first time voter, yay! You know, all the people that assist. It's pretty fun to watch, listen to, you know? They'd announce whenever there's a first time voter. Neat. Anyway. For a dumb video about voting, it's already been 16 minutes. We're done. So, guys, as always, do your civic duty. Questions, comments, constructive criticism, please and thank you, down below. And if you want to tell me I wasted my vote, don't bother. I'm done. I voted. It's my choice. I'm allowed to do that. It's my American right to do whatever I want to do. So please, going along with my previous sermon video, do unto others. If you do not want people harassing you for your choices, do not harass others for their choices. I'm not here to harass anyone for their choice. Whatever you choose, good. Do it. And be a proud American for trying to do what's best for the country. And if you believe you're going to make a mistake and don't want to vote, that's up to you too. That's okay. I can respect that. But don't be afraid to try. People make mistakes. It does happen. Virus 2020. Wash your hands. See ya.